Hi there. Welcome to Achiever Today. My name is Mirza Adam, and today I am going to start a very significant topic of English language, that is tense. So tense is a very important topic of grammar. So what is grammar? Is it necessary to learn grammar to have a good knowledge of English language or any language? Or is it something that is not needed to learn? So let me tell you that grammar is, of course, needed, but we should not be scared of grammar because this is like a roadmap. For example, I am going to a place, I'm going to a particular place and I don't know the direction. So in that case, I will pick out my phone. If I have the internet accessibility, I have an Android phone. So what will I do? I will simply go to the Google map and find out the destination. So the role of grammar is almost the same. Whenever we feel stuck somewhere in using a language, so we have the grammar. We can take the help of grammar. So don't be scared of grammar. It is something that lets us know how to use a sentence and how to use a sentence correctly. Okay, so it is something that brings a kind of confidence in us. There are so many people who can speak English and he can write some functional English as well, but they are very less confident. If I ask them to write an application to a person who has some authority, for example, if I ask a student to write an application or a letter to his university vice chancellor, so he will feel very shy. He will have no confidence. Why? Because he has no knowledge of grammar. But if a person who has a good knowledge of grammar, so he will be comparatively more confident than the person who does not have a good knowledge of grammar. So now in this particular video, we will be discussing about the tense. Tense is something that gives us the notion of the idea of time. So if I give you the literal meaning of the word tense, so the literal meaning of the word tense is time. So if I ask you what time is it, this simply means I'm talking about tense. So tense is something that is a specific term and used in grammatical sense. But time is a generalized term. Okay. So whenever you are learning tense or you are taking help of tense, so keep it in mind that we are concerned about the time. Now, let's clear this concept. What are the different uses of tense? So, time. First of all, the tense talks about time. If we are in present time, past or future. Okay, so broadly, a tense is divided into 3 categories. Next is order of events. It lets us know about the order of events. Which thing happened earlier and what happened later. So, it is informed by the tense. Okay. So, now let's talk about the major types of tenses. A tense is basically or rather broadly divided into 3 sections: past, present and future. I think you must be knowing that. So each tense is divided into 4 tenses like past. So it will be past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Likewise, we will have present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. And similarly, with the future tense, we will have all the 4 tenses. Okay, so in this manner, we will be discussing each tense individually or rather separately. Okay, now let's take a look at the few examples to understand what these tenses are. Okay, so the first sentence is we learn English language. So here, we learn English language. This is something which is denoting our routine. Okay, so we learn English. So this sentence specifically belongs to present indefinite tense. Second sentence is we learned English language. Here I have used the second form of the verb, that is called the past form of the verb. So this means the second sentence is of past indefinite tense. Okay. The third sentence, we will learn English language. So here I am talking about an action that will be happened in the future. Okay. So this means this sentence belongs to future indefinite tense. Alright. Next. They are learning English language. They are learning English language. So here I have used are with ing form of the verb, that is the present progressive form of the verb. So this means this is a sentence that belongs to present continuous tense. Next example, they were learning English language. That means they are not learning English language now. Okay, so they have stopped learning English language. They were learning English language in some past time. Okay, so this tense particularly belongs to past continuous. So we here in this sentence we are talking about an action that was happening in the past, but we are not concerned about the action that is happening now. It is not happening now. Okay, so they will be learning English language. Here something that will be happening in future. So this sentence particularly belongs to future continuous tense. Now let's take a look at the examples of other tenses. So here I have added present perfect tense. So the example for this tense is we have learned English language. We have learned English language. So this is an action that has been completed, not in very distant past but recently. So if some action has been done recently, so that comes under the category of present perfect tense. Next example is we had learned English language. So here I have used the word had. So what does that mean? This denotes that I am referring to an action that had been done in the past. In the past it was completed. So there is a sense of completion. Something was completed in the past. So we had learned English language. Okay. So this sentence belongs to past perfect tense. Another example, we will have learnt English language. So we will have learnt English language. So this is an example of future perfect tense. Why future perfect? Because this word denotes the future tense and this have has the idea of perfect tense. So it is a mixture of both future as well as perfect. So this is future perfect tense. We will have learnt English language. So I am talking about the time in future. In future, I will have learned this language completely. Okay, so it's almost not possible to learn any language completely. Everybody lacks somewhere. So this is just an example. Okay, next example. Let's talk about present perfect continuous tense. So perfect continuous tense, it will be there in present, past as well as in future. So the example for present perfect continuous tense is they have been learning English language since 2016. They have been learning. I am not writing it like they are learning English. Okay, so this is slightly different from present continuous tense. Why? Do you know the reason? If you know, please write it in the comment box. Okay, let me tell you. They have been learning English language since 2016. So here, I am using have been instead of the auxiliary verb like am, is or are. I am using have been because I want to point out the time from when. Okay, so I will not be using from when. So I will be using since. Now let's take a look at this word since. Since. What is since? We use the word since when we talk about any point of time, a specific, exact time in past. So something was done at a particular point of time. So in that case, we use the word since. So here I have used the year 2016. They have been learning English language since 2016. 2016. So here I have used a particular year. Next example for past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so this has a sense of pastness in it. They had been. So this word denotes the pastness. They had been learning English language for 2 years. Now I am using for instead of using since. Why? The reason is very simple, because here I am talking about the duration, not giving the point of time. So I am actually writing 2 years. So in between, the span, the duration, I am talking about that. So they had been learning English language for 2 years. So this is an example of past perfect continuous tense. And finally, we have a sentence for future perfect continuous tense. So the sentence is like, they will have been learning English language since May 2019. Why I'm using a date in future? Today is 25th of December 2018, for example. Let's just suppose. So I am talking about a date in future. Why? Because this sentence is of future tense. Okay. So they will have been learning English language since May 2019. This means that they will have started learning English language from this date. So I will write this sentence like this. I hope your doubts are somewhere has started, or your doubts have started clearing. Okay. So we will discuss each of the tense specifically. We will have a particular video for each tense. So if you have liked my video, please do like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to watch our next videos. Goodbye.